Hey, what's going on, all you savages who listen to the uncut, kept as is, greatest podcast in the world on here on YouTube, starting out, Shooting the Breeze with the big guy. Let's get it. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Shooting the Breeze with the big guy. This is episode 7. I waited a day yesterday. I think that's what I'm going to do now. I think, I wanted to do every day, but I think, though, giving it a day off, just because yesterday, especially, there was some stuff, AEW and the big trade with Anthony Davis. That happened 2 days ago, but the odds came out for next title next year. That's why I don't get all of a sudden all these statistics next year. They can't just give it a break. Can just focus on the WNBA or something else. But they always got to put out all these statistics about all this next season and whatnot. But no, so there's a lot of stuff to talk about AEW and All Out, and just there's stuff to talk about, I guess, but not a whole lot. And I didn't want to go like 20 minutes or 25 minutes on the podcast because that's stupid. I want to get above 35 minutes, at least 40 minutes. That'd be a good shot to get at least 40 minutes. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully I'll get to that, but we'll see. But no, the first thing I want to talk about was Amazon. I wanted to buy a lot of drip, as these kids say nowadays, all the Ric Flair drip. Whoa! And I want a nice bracelet, nice necklace, nice wristwatch. I gotta have all that ice and that drip, as they say. And I found stuff that I liked. And Amazon, it's good because you can find stuff that they say is real and quality for a cheap price. So I got a bunch of stuff. A lot of stuff was, I think, $11, 12, 15, and some stuff was under 10. And I got a watch and a necklace, and the watch came back when I was looking at my orders, and it said the watch was a women's watch, and it was under watches. It was women's apparel and women's watch. I was like, fuck. So I'm not gonna wear a fucking women's watch. But the thing is, it said unisex. Granted, I probably shouldn't have gone it because it said unisex, but I was like, fuck. And then the necklace I got, the chain, as they say, roof, roof, barking on that chain. It was too, thick. Like I like a small, thin one, and it was too small. In the picture, it said for the size that showed, it looked big that I liked. So I'll return it, get some money back, and I have to return something else that I got two of when I only meant to get one. So we'll see. But no, I still have the bracelet. It's a little hard getting it off, but it's still dapper. And I got these sunglasses that make me look like what's his name from the movie with Ken Jeong, Hangover. I look like the large guy, Zach Galifianakis, with his sunglasses. My sister, when I wore them the other night, and I like to wear my sunglasses at night because it makes me look like a motherfucking savage, like I am, motherfucker. And because I don't give a shit. She's like, "Why are you wearing sunglasses at night? You look like a cop." I'm like, "I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm Nolan Carr, motherfucker, a straight savage." No, I like them. I like the sunglasses though, and I like the bracelet, even though it hangs down a little bit, and there's a lot of space, but it's still fine. So I'll try to get different chain and a different watch. I have one, so once I print out the label later today after I finish recording this podcast and uploading it onto YouTube, which again, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel Shooting the Breeze with the big guy for great future content. I got to do that cheap plug. But after I record this post, I'll print out the thing. The stuff back in their packages. It came in one of those little manila it wasn't really an envelope. It was more like a package, I guess you could say. Put back in those, bring it to the post office, and ship it so I can get my money back in a few days. I'll get the watch then and the necklace then. But no, Amazon. It's tricky about Amazon, and it's also tricky about really eBay itself and all the other Craigslist and stuff because Amazon's, I think, more safe because it's better quality because eBay and Craigslist stuff's more worn. I think though with Craigslist though it's more like I think with both though both those stuff it's more older stuff. But even still though you don't know if it's worn or what size. Like I got a hat off there and I've wasted money sometimes getting stuff recently because it looks like it fits and then it cut back and it fits like a baby. So you gotta watch out with it. I think with Amazon it's tricky because you can't, even with online shopping though in general, certain stuff like shirts it's fine, hats, sunglasses it's different, jewelry it's different. You have to kind of watch out though. Not really jewelry, I guess, but I think you have to, sometimes it's deceiving. I really wasn't sure about the watch, and then when they order it said women's watch, so you kind of have to watch out. It's unfortunate that you waste money, it takes so long to get back, but whatever. No, so you gotta watch out with Amazon though. You never know. And then I also don't like about Amazon. Whenever you search in general online, it always comes up when you're on a different website, like ESPN or something like that. The ads are always stuff you looked up, like get the hell out of here. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't want to see ads about like a briefcase if I, for some reason one day like really fancied a briefcase or something like that, or watches or sunglasses. No, I don't want that. Or like, I always for some reason catch myself like looking up houses and stuff in Florida and stuff. I really love Florida. And I just sometimes get curious on what the prices are for like houses, like cheap houses. And I always get ads about it. And I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, I don't want this motherfucking stuff on here. Get the hell out of here. But whatever, it's the internet. Big Brother's always watching you. Why's it Big Brother? Why isn't it like Big Sister or Big Second Cousin on your mother's side? Like, I'm surprised like feminists aren't like, oh yeah, get this out here. We want Big Sibling, not big. We want Big Sister. Big Brother's stupid. Like, well, men. No, that's another debate. I shouldn't do that. People are gonna get triggered, especially feminists. Hate feminists, but whatever. But now let's get to another debate. Let's move on to something actually important. NBA, after the big Anthony Davis trade, Anthony Davis to the Lakers for Josh Hart, Lonzo Ball, and Brandon Ingram and then for a bunch of other, I think it was 4 other picks, and with one in particular being the fourth overall pick in the first round this year's draft, which is a pretty big deal because they said the other day, it's not official till July 6th, but potentially could be not even official till July 30th. So there's like a 3-week difference or 4-week difference when it could be official. But after they released the odds for next year's title, which is winning next year's title, I should say, which is stupid because you can't just give it a break. Like team just won the NBA championship. They just had their parade. Why do they have to, they always have to be doing this stuff, all this, like, most of these teams are going to make the playoffs or have these odds. So, they gave the Lakers the best odds after getting Anthony Davis, and 3-1 odds to win the title. That's number 1 odds. So that's kind of basically meaning that they're going to be number 1 in the West, obviously, in the NBA, which I don't think will happen. But let's continue. LA, the Lakers 3-1 odds. Milwaukee has 6-1 odds. The Clippers 7-1 odds. Houston, my team 8-1. So that's the 4th. Best odds. Toronto 10-1, just won the title. Golden State tied with Philadelphia for 12-1 odds. That's pretty interesting. Well, I think that's because they might lose. They're adding in if they lose Kevin Durant. Then you got Boston and Denver at 16-1. Oof. Then OKC 20-1. Brooklyn Nets 25-1. Oof. That's because Kyrie might not be going to Brooklyn. Utah and Portland 30-1. Dallas 40-1. New York Knicks 50-1. San Antonio, Indiana, New Orleans 60-1. Oof. Orlando and Atlanta 80-1. Memphis, Chicago, Sacramento, Phoenix 100-1. That's awful. Detroit, Charlotte, Miami, Washington, Cleveland, Minnesota 201. Oof, that's awful. And I'm surprised though. Like some of these teams have such low odds. Like New Orleans. Like listen. Granted you gave up a big guy, but look at you. You'll be getting Zion Williams. You have Julius Randle. You have Zion Williams, Brandon Ingram. I'm looking. That's 4 players. They have someone else. Oh, Drew Holiday. You have those, and plus Josh Hart. I don't know how great he is. I mean, I guess he's decent if the team wanted him. But you have 4 or 5 guys. You have 5 or 6 guys there that are pretty good players, and they could do some damage. I mean, if they make the playoffs, they'd probably be a 7. Realistically, I think they'd be the tail end of the top 10, between an 8 to 10 spot. So I mean, it'll be interesting. Like, granted, they're not that bad of a team as it looks right now, but whatever. LeVar. I saw this interview. LeVar Ball talking about, somebody trading. You're saying how it's the worst move they've ever made, and I'm happy because the Lakers will never win a title again. The thing is like this. Like, I'm so happy he hasn't been relevant in a while, but like he's such a toxic person. Like, I played tennis with toxic people. I know toxic people that I went to school with in high school and in college, and it's just like, shut the fuck up, you asshole. Like, seriously, so fucking annoying. Like, he's decent. He's a good player, but you ruined him so much. Like, he should have stayed at UCLA, and he could have been better. But like, he was always gonna be drafted. Like, I just never liked Lonzo. Like, even like my friend Sam Kaczynski's got a Lonzo Ball, not a jersey, but like the shirt with the number and the logo on the front, and like the casual jersey, I guess you could call it. And like, I just never liked him just because of his father. And his father's such an asshole. Just so annoying. Can't shut up about his son. And he said LaMelo, the youngest, is going to go number 1 in the 2020 draft. Are you shitting me? Are you fucking shitting me? LaMelo Ball isn't that good. You look at the statistics, because they always posted on Instagram, the ESPN page, like, oh my gosh, look how much he fucking scored. And it's like, yeah, he dropped 85 points, but how many shots did he miss? Remember, he shot like 13 three-pointers, made them, and missed like 36 or something like that. It was crazy. Like, like people talk about how many points, and it's amazing the statistics they have in a game. But look at how much they shot, look how much they made, like, and look at the percentage. Like, it's awful sometimes. Like, what the fuck? Like, stop always gloating how much they make. Like, oh, they made 10 three-pointers. Yeah, well, how many did they shoot? Like, seriously. He probably shot 20 or 25, maybe 20. Like, you can't be gloating about something when the other end isn't that great. Like, it's so annoying. LaMelo, the one that's in the middle, that's LiAngelo. He's awful. He's the worst one. Then I mean, they say LaMelo's probably the best one out of all three, but it's just so annoying. Like, I don't. Why do you have to say this? Can't you just shut the fuck up and be by yourself and leave us? Like, seriously, no one fucking likes you. And granted, it gives publicity to the NBA. It did for the Lakers or whatever. The kids were on the team, but like, he's just so stupid and fucking annoying. Like, get the hell out. Like, why would you put him? Why would WWE bring him? Like, I don't mind professional wrestling. I mean, granted, it's kind of shitty as hell right now, but like, I don't get it. Like, why would you bring him online? And he said the N word. No, it was his son, LaMelo. He jumped the N word and he said, "Beat that person's ass." I'm like, Jesus fuck. And granted, I wasn't watching at the time. I didn't see that happen. But I was like, what the hell? Like, seriously, it's just, oh my god. But LaMelo's not getting drafted at all, just like LiAngelo. And LaMelo, Lonzo, I think will do decent there because I think with the Lakers, I think the Lakers just itself, the Lakers just the team itself brings so much publicity and criticism and attention that it's hard to develop your game starting out like him. And I think, with LeBron being on the team, he's going to lead the team. He's going to be the main focus. So I think he really didn't get to develop himself. And I think, with LeVar not being there as much and not being the focus and the limelight on TV, which is fucking amazing and great, I think he was starting to develop himself. And I think with New Orleans, he'll get better and better. And I think eventually maybe I'll like him. I hate him. Even if I was like the Lakers owner or I played them in the NBA, I would trade Lonzo in a heartbeat. I don't like him. He's a decent player. I don't like him. But I think that it was a good trade though, because for the Lakers they get a great big man. I don't even know who there was. What's his name? I don't even remember what his name was. Shaquille O'Neal hates him, but I think it's a good move for the Lakers because they get a big man and Lonzo. LeBron does not have all the focus on him like he always wants to and has. And I think New Orleans will wins this because they get three good players, I guess, and they get a bunch of draft picks. So they're pretty set for a while. They said what does NOLA stand for? New owner of the Lakers. And I thought that was funny when I saw that on Instagram. Someone posted that. It was pretty funny. But I think New Orleans wins this trade just because they get so much in return compared to the Lakers, even though Anthony Davis is such a great player. And I was talking to my grandfather this the other day during our Father's Day lunch. Me, my dad, one of my sisters, my aunt, my grandmother, my grandfather were at this bowling alley diner place, and Anthony Davis. I just don't get I don't get how teams have money to afford big contracts like LeBron and Anthony Davis. Like, where's this money coming? Like, people talk about bullshit about. Well, it's not bullshit, but you talk about like world hunger and saving the environment, the ocean, all that fucking shit. But meanwhile, you got jackasses in the NBA owners that have millions and millions and billions of dollars spending stupid contracts on bullshit players that don't fucking need it. And so you could be using that to save the fucking environment and giving food and getting a lot of food and sending it to Africa and Ethiopia and Sudan, all that stuff. Like, people posting about it, like, that's going to change. Like, listen, posting about it's not going to do jack shit. Like, let's get that out of the fucking way. Like, I have no problem with that. You want to fight that? Sure. Like, I love wildlife, and hopefully I can help that later down the road. I love animals, and it's sad to see these animals get abused and stuff. And I like posting about it's not going to do jack fucking shit for it, and people don't realize that. Go, yes, liking this or reposting this just sends a spoonful of food to fucking Sudan or whatever. It's like, fuck that. Like, I'm not against it, but like, posting it's not going to do anything. Getting money and buying lots of food and medicine and stuff like that and sending it there, it's going to help. But also, they should be worrying about it themselves. Like, they should be fixing it. They shouldn't need other countries. Sure, we can help. But, like, look at who we have in fucking office. I'm not going to go down. I'm not going to shove stuff down your throat about how Donald Trump is. But, like, it's not going to do jack shit for anybody besides himself. He's gonna get himself laid again by some other random European hooker, then help out another country. But like, there's so much money that could be used for other stuff. Wildlife conservation, saving animals, getting rid of poachers, I said, not poochers. Saving the ocean, the animals there, endangered species. There's thousands of species that are endangered that are probably gonna die soon. And you look at a few weeks ago, the last white rhinoceros died, or white elephant. You see, starvation and hunger in southern Africa and all over Africa. You see poverty in Asia and stuff. But like, that's not going to change because they can't do anything about it. They won't do anything about it because they're more worried about other stuff. You see stuff like that in North Korea. He's not going to do anything about it. He's fuck buddies with Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin. And then you see stuff like our own country, LGBTQ community still doesn't have their rights. You see guys like the bishop in Rhode Island, my home state, saying don't go to the pride parades. It's against the religion. Because we're all just a big giant fucking cult. Come to me, I want to rape your little son. Because that's what they do. They take advantage of little kids. Not all, but I saw this really creepy post. These guys that, I just don't get. There's so much even going on in our own town, our own state, our own country, world that we're not doing, but we're spending all this fucking shit money on players that don't need it. Like you can only see these guys make millions. Like Luol Deng, he's on the deal a few years ago, 2015, 4 years, 170. It was not 172 million, $72 million. First of all, Luol Deng, whatever his name is, Luol, whatever his name is, Deng, isn't that great of a player. Let's get one thing straight. He was a decent player, not phenomenal, not really even that great. He was okay in Chicago. Then he went to LA. Then he was with Minnesota. I don't even know where the fuck he is right now. He might be a free agent for like here. Good. But like, and he still needs $5 million over the next 2 years. Like, you gotta be shitting me. Why would you pay? That's the thing. Like, you have so much money that they think a guy like him is gonna help. Luol Deng's not gonna help a franchise make the playoffs one time. Let's get that straight. If you put him on the bench, you get other guys to take over his spots and get in the starting lineup and actually do stuff. Maybe that'll happen. But like, it doesn't make sense. Like, he's not gonna do anything for the team, and to pay that much money, that's a waste. $5 million is a lot of money. $10 million in over 2 years. Like, we used to pay for a lot of food, a lot of medicine, a lot of shelter and stuff like that to be sent to Sudan, Ethiopia, places like that, so people don't have to fucking post, because posting's gonna do jack shit for people. Like, it doesn't make sense. I don't get it. But, whatever. I don't even know what the hell I was fucking talking about, but whatever. Oh yeah, money and stuff. But, no, we'll see. Another thing I want to talk about, the Rockets. I love, like I always say, I love the Rockets. Been a big fan the last 8 to 10 years. They've been on the sports news a lot lately for, CP3 and James Harden arguing a lot, since, the playoffs and stuff, and CP3 is supposed to wants out according to Stephen A. Smith. How he knows that? I don't fucking know. I don't have a clue. But, then Daryl Morey, GM says, CP3 doesn't want out, and we're still looking for a star, but look, you have 3 fucking stars right there. Clint Capella, CP3, Harden. Add one more player, then you might have a chance. You got PJ Tucker, you got Eric Gordon, and you got CP3, Clint Capella, and James Harden, like I just said. You get another player, like I also just said. And then you got a team. Like, the thing is, you don't need that many. You don't need 5 phenomenal players in the lineup to make it good. Get 3 or 4 good players. Get 3 or 4 good players. Get another 1 or 2 good players. And you develop your bench, and you got a great team. Like, that's the thing. Like, you don't need spending oogles and googles of money to get great players. Like, seriously. And develop players, and you got good players. They make those good players into great players. It's very simple. I mean, granted, I wouldn't be able to. I'm not great with money. I'm not good with math at all. But they don't need to trade Clint Capella or PJ Tucker or all these players. Clint Capella, CP3 needs to change his contract. Like, granted, he's a decent player. He's a good player. He's a great, just top 20 at his position. Yeah, top 10. He's getting older, and it's not like he's providing phenomenal, amazing fucking statistics at his position. Just the contract he signed for is such bullshit and fucking ridiculous that it's not needed at all. I don't get it. Like, get that contract out of here so you can sign other players. Because, like, it just doesn't need that. Personally, I would just try him to get rid of that contract. Sure, you'd still need to pay that remainder, which is a bitch, but whatever. I think building your bench, though, because their starting lineup was pretty good, but their bench wasn't that great. Their bench was okay, but it just wasn't that great. And I think there's good players on that bench that could start on any other team. I think they need a better bench, and then so they can push those guys who are on their bench and then push the guys who are starting and then create a better team. But whatever, I don't know. That's just, I'm happy that other teams didn't get them, and I'm happy that I don't want the Celtics to get Clint Capella, because nothing against Marcus Smart, Gordon Hayward. Gordon Hayward's good, but the thing is, like, you see what he's done with Boston. Yeah, he got injured, and his season got fucked up, and he's gonna be fucked for the rest of his career and life. But I don't really want him. Like, that's the thing. Like, maybe before he got injured, when he was doing well, yeah, I want him then, but I don't want him now. I don't want Marcus Smart. Like, yeah, Marcus Smart is, defensive player, but we have PJ Tucker, who I think is better than Marcus Smart. Oh well, we'll see. It's all about the fucking money. But I don't know. AEW, All Elite Wrestling. Let's switch to wrestling, because I like to do that on this podcast. All Elite Wrestling, All Out, August 31st, 2019. Held the Sears Center Arena in Half Minute Estates, Illinois. It sold out in 15 fucking minutes. It's unbelievable. WWE is starting to shit their pants. Their legs are starting to shake together. About how successful they didn't think or realize AEW would be this successful this early on. Granted, look at WCW. Look at the Monday Night Wars. They won it for, 82, 85 weeks in a row, and then they shit the bed for the remainder, the last couple of years of their existence. And what could have been with that? But, good for them, though. The sellout, they still have two fests. They have Fyter Fest, and they have another one. I forget what it is, but I'm so happy for them, and to see how they're going. And I think that when you have guys like this, the Jacksons, the Young Bucks, I should say, Kenny Omega and Cody Rhodes as, the people, the executive vice presidents, it's good because, you have other people like Ric Flair in these roles, Kevin Nash, you have guys who are booking and in charge. They shit the bed. They ruined it for other people. And I think, it's good like this. And I think having two events but not having a world champion or tag team, I think it makes it good. It makes it more entertaining. I think setting the world championship match for three pay-per-views after All In, I think that makes it really good. Oh, Fight for the Fallen, that's what it was. Fight for the Fallen. I thought it was Fyter Fest. Where's AEW? I want to click on. There we go. The events, yeah. So they Double or Nothing, May 25th, obviously. That's all. It's Fyter Fest. That's June 29th, Daytona Beach, Florida, in the Ocean Center. Sorry. Fight for the Fallen, July 13th, and All Out, August 31st, 2018. And I think that's good to have. Because it's really good to do, because it makes the stuff really interesting. I'm happy for the company. I can't wait for the fall when they have it on TV, because I can't wait. I'll have my TV at school. Hopefully, I'll have cable and I'll be able to watch All Elite Wrestling. So it'll be pretty entertaining. Or at least when I go home, I'll be able to watch it. But or at least hopefully, because I don't know when. Hopefully, it'll be Monday nights, because that'd be really interesting. Someone, I forget who it was. I don't know if it was. It wasn't John Morrison, obviously not. Dean Ambrose, something like that, or John Moxley, I should say, was saying how AEW is like AEW. AEW, I always say AEW is like AEW, but AEW is like WCW in reverse, which didn't really make a lot of sense, but whatever. But it's really interesting. Happy to see this, because they have a lot of good talent, and I've said this before, and I'm really enjoying seeing this, because it makes the wrestling atmosphere and table, I guess you could say, more entertaining. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully they have it free on YouTube. Because I really wanted to see the whole thing all out on YouTube, but I wasn't able. I was only able to see the Casino Battle Royale. But whatever. So another note, the Yankees, they picked up Edward Encarnacion. He's leading the American League in homers with 21, which you would think wouldn't be that much, but I guess it is. And the Yankees trade for cash considerations and minor league pitcher Juan Den, which is kind of interesting name, Juan Den, which is an interesting trade, because they all say it increases the lineup, and it makes it harder for guys who are injured to come back into the lineup. You see like Clint Frazier getting upset for being sent down to the minor leagues. Well, listen, you have all these people come, Giancarlo Stanton, you have then you have Aaron Judge, obviously, and you have other players coming back in the lineup to get their spots back, but then you have Encarnacion. That changes the lineup, being the DH, and you got the DH moving to outfield or third base or first, and the first guy going to third, and third going to first, and all this stuff. It just makes the lineup better, and that's what teams got to do. They got to pick up a guy who's not phenomenal, but pretty good or good, that can change the atmosphere in the lineup. So you got other guys competing for their spots back when they gotta change to make, and then they go to other spots to make them better. So you get all this amazing stuff, and then you got Edward and Carson being able to be played soon, as soon as possible. That's great for the team to make them better, because now they're starting to hit, losing a few games because they're missing a few guys, and it's good to see, because when they win a bunch of games, and it's awful to see them lose one game. Let's say they go 15-1. It's awful to see that one loss, but they're still on top of the first in the American League. I don't know what they are like in general, but in the baseball rankings, but no, it's just, I'm happy to see. I wish people just were more smart with money. It's just unfortunate to see this, but whatever. I mean, people do what they want to do with their own money. I mean, I do it. I wasted a lot of my money on Funko Pop heads. I'm a big fan of the Funko Pops because they're so cool. To have pretty much any person you want or character you want that they have. Whether it be like TV, movies, whatever it is, sports, whatever it is, they have pretty much everything. And a lot for a reasonable price. And you can find them online on eBay, Craigslist, Amazon for cheap prices. I mean, sure, some are super expensive and not worth it for even if you really want the guys. But then you have to go to Newbury Comics, and those are like $10, $12. They have a bunch of ones. But no, I have a specific list. I go through ones that are visual appealing to me. I have from the Rocky series. And I don't want them because they're like basic guys. And I have guys from like Hanna-Barbera, whatever I pronounce it, Snagglepuss and stuff like that, and Top Cat. Those are visually appealing because they look good. Grape Ape, a big one, and visually appealing, good color, painted well, made well, sculpting wise, and I just like visual appealing ones, or the vintage appeal. Like the Golden Girls. I love the show. Yeah, it's about 4 ladies living together, elderly ladies, but I like the shows. So I want to get those stuff that I like, and it's just. I like them, but I spent a lot of money on that Amazon. I've spent money on. I've had to return a couple things now just because I'm not smart and not reading the fine print. But whatever. I don't like having to ask someone to have to get something. Oh, can I get this? No, like I have money. Yeah, sure. I might have wasted with memberships to, the Magic Piano, whatever it was. I didn't know I spent money on membership. Like I deleted the app and I thought. I didn't even know I bought the membership. I can't remember. Maybe I did. I can't remember, to tell you the truth. But that cost me a lot. And then I think the wrestling, I got the TNA Impact one. It was like the WWE Network. I just want to watch older stuff, from before like 2014. And I was like, no, this is stupid and bullshit. So I deleted it, and I still was getting paid for that. So if I didn't do those, and I probably would have had at least over a cake. So now I have like under $800, which is sad. Probably close to $500 now. But no. But I always, when I go on Amazon, I try to use gift cards, and if I don't have gift cards, then I use money, obviously. I try to find stuff that I want like for a cheaper price. But and I have Hulu, but that's a student deal. That's like That's like $1 a month. Then I did Amazon Prime, but I took that out just because I don't really need it. But I don't want to have to ask my mother to get something. If I want to fucking get something, I'll fucking get something. So we'll see how it goes. But I like them. So I have to see what I'm gonna do with watch and stuff, and hopefully I get some entertaining stuff. I want to get. There's a hat on there. There's a nice bucket hat. I like bucket hats because they cover the head and it looks stylish. But there's a USA one, and fourth red, white, and blue. Obviously, like the flag. And I work the summer camp I work at, which I recommend. Discovery Camp. Get your kids, if you have younger kids between the ages of 6 by like September 1st and 8, whatever age you are in 7th grade or 8th grade, or going into kindergarten, or in kindergarten and going into 8th grade, send your kids to Discovery Camp. Phenomenal camp. It's a long day, 8 to 4 o'clock, but we go on all sorts of fun fucking field trips. A lot of entertaining stuff comes. Just a lot of fun games during the day. It's really fun. I recommend all kids from ages 6 to 13 or whatever it is. But I don't even know what else. Oh yeah. So my summer camp, all the camp counselors, and it's kind of boring. It's a drag because we're there for so fucking long. We're there for like 7 hours, and we have to hand out fucking raffle tickets, ask for donations. Meanwhile, no one wants to do that, but we still have to do it. And I've never been like in with red, and blue. Like they give us like these fucking maroon shirts, not maroon, like purplish blue shirts, which isn't 4th of July colors. I remember a few years ago, my first or second year, we made 4th of July shirts, tie-dye, and that was entertaining me. Mine was more like pink and purple then. Red, white, and blue, because I kind of just threw it in there, but whatever. So I want to get that hat, and I'll just probably just wear it once and put it in the closet or whatever. But no, it's really interesting. But no, I enjoy the camp. It's always fun. I recommend, like I said, 6 to 13-year-olds to go. If you have any your siblings, cousins, nieces, nephews, whoever it is, sign them to go. I mean, obviously it's a little over $100. I think it's about 113 for in-state residents, and out-of-state residents it's 125, whatever it is. I don't know. It's a little more expensive, but it's fun though. You don't have to go for the same. You don't have to go for the whole summer either. It's not you sign up and you have to go for the whole summer. You go for how many days you want. You go if you don't even want to go for the whole week. You don't have to go for the week. I mean, it's pointless if you just go for 2 or 3 days or 1 or 2 days. But you sign up for only 1 week if you want to do that, or if you want to just test it out, sign up for 1 week. If you like it, sign up for more. It's fun though. I'm the assistant site supervisor, so I'm always there. I'm there, for the whole day. But I don't want to see now. See, I kind of regret what I just said, just because I wasn't dogging it, but like. Now if this backfires on me, I get screwed really bad. But whatever. No, I enjoy it though. I always look forward to it. I think more now than ever I get more enjoy it. And I don't think it's because I'm getting near the end of my shelf life, I guess you could say, as a counselor, because a lot of people leave after a couple of years. But I think it's more. I don't think it's more of the fact that I'm getting closer to me retiring from the position. And I say retiring, not quitting, just because a lot of people don't enjoy it after a while, because it is a lot of work. People don't give enough credit to these people. They think working in the kitchen's hard. Yeah, remembering the food and making it and make sure you have the correct orders hard. But this is way more harder. It's like teaching. People shit on gym teachers and stuff, saying it's so fucking easy to start balls and play games all day. That's true, but you gotta make sure they're paying attention, listening, following the rules, not fucking cheating. And you gotta change it up. Sometimes you can't play the same games every day. You gotta make them learn, being able to work as teammates and stuff, or on their own, and thinking and critical thinking and all that stuff. So it's much harder than it thinks. But it's always fun. But I think though, year after year, like I think though, for me especially, it's more fun, not because I'm there for another year, or I move up farther and get more, not power, but responsibilities, I guess, and I'm almost like a site supervisor. But I think though, for people, it's for me though, it gets more interesting year after year, and it's more fun. I miss the kids way more. Like I think, when I was at school in URI, I loved it. I had fun. Granted, I wasn't in a fraternity, which I wanted to be in one when I wanted to be, and I didn't get in, unfortunately. Their mistake, I think. But I'm not going to dog them here. And I didn't try for the tennis team, and I should have. So I think I was missing, for me though, the social aspect. So every now and then, I'd be social. Not not saying hi to anyone and staying in my room like one of my roommates did. But like having fun on the weekend or weekend nights, like Friday, Saturday. I'm not trying to say I was a drinker and doing that, because I can't do that stuff since I'm not 21. But I was mentioning the social aspect that you have to have, and if you don't have that, then it's not gonna be fun. But besides that part, I had fun. It was enjoyable. The classes I didn't mind. I mean, I hated a few of my classes, but you're always gonna get that. But I hated living with the people I did. I didn't like them. They were shitty. They weren't shitty people, but it's just like living with them. Like that part, they were shitty to live with because they just couldn't be clean or anything. And I wasn't the cleanest, but mine was relatively clean. My space was getting smaller and smaller and smaller as it goes on. And and ever since like second semester, I hated going back. I enjoyed the month and a half off we had. It was so fun. It's like this. I'm off for about the same amount of time, maybe a little bit longer. And just enjoyed it. Going to bed at 3 a.m., waking up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. My mom was fucking pissed. She'd be like, why you gotta get up early? You gotta do something. You can't just sleep all day. Fuck you. I'll do what I want, motherfucker. I'm going to school, right? Yeah, so shut up. I shouldn't say that. But, no, and I think that when I went back, I dreaded going back. And, one of my friends, he lived in Barrington. He always would commute because he had his car. So he'd stay at home Sunday nights, which I wish I could do, because I live 15 minutes away. But my parents wanted me to get out and live there, which is stupid. And I hate them for that. I'm still pissed off about that, because I wanted my car, and I wanted to go to all the tennis matches for the high school team, for my former team. I could go to, but I couldn't go to a whole lot. So I only went to 4, but whatever. I went to a few of the biggest ones. The majority of them I went to big matches or important matches. So that was okay. But I hated living with the people I lived with. I wasn't really friends with the majority of the people that I was living with on the same hall anymore. So, but I think camp though and waiting, 6 months out, even that's a long time. You think, oh, that's a lot of time out from camp. I was like, and I have a few certain campers that I really, really liked and really enjoyed. It always made camp enjoyable for me every day, even though if I was having a bad day. And I think that really motivated me to continue and push forward and wait because it's gonna come sooner or later, and it did. And just so happy it's coming back in another like 2 weeks. It's crazy how fast time goes. Let's actually count in particular. Let's see, 1, 2. So 2 weeks from today, actually, 2 full fucking weeks. But if I was just doing weekdays, not counting today, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 2 like actual full weeks counting weekends and 10 days or 2 weekday weeks. So that's it's just it goes by so fast. The time itself, it's crazy to think. I was looking. They're having their orientations now for you or I know their schools, and it was crazy. I was looking the other day. I think it was maybe Thursday or something like that this last week, and because today's Monday. And it was crazy to see, on Snapchat, it saves the memories and stuff you take on there and what you save. And a year ago, this past Thursday, I was at orientation. It goes by so fast. That's why you always gotta enjoy. That's why I think I'm gonna end on here. Approaching 40 minutes. You just always, time always goes by fast. It's gonna go by fast whether you want it to or not. And one day you're gonna be doing something. In one moment you're gonna have something, and then you're not the next moment. So you always gotta appreciate what you have in the moment, because sooner or later it's not going to be there anymore, and sooner or later you're not going to be able to do what you want to do, and you just got to appreciate every moment like it's your last. And I think a lot of people aren't appreciative nowadays, and I think they always want, and I went to school and played sports with a lot of people. I'm not getting at anyone in particular, but people take things for granted, and they don't appreciate things for the quality and the amount that they have it. And I think I do that a decent amount, and I really do appreciate what I have. The summer camp. And I fucked up a few times now. Sending in something late and being late to a meeting. And I'm pissed off about that because, being the assistant site supervisor, being one of the top brass now of the camp, I have to hold myself at a higher standard, and I have to show that I deserve it. And I really haven't so far. So, but I think though, and I might not have the position forever, and I'm not going to be at the job forever. So I gotta enjoy it like it's my last, and I might not always be happy, and I might get pissed off by kids, but I always have to enjoy stuff in school. I'm not going to have these opportunities because in 4 years, that's going to go by fast, like high school. Look how fast that went. And they had high school graduation the other night, Friday night, and this past Friday, and that goes by fast too. It's just, you have to take every day like it's your last, and a lot of people don't like to do that because they want to live forever. Get people like Keith Richards and Mick Jagger and Ron Wood and what am I forgetting his name? Rod Stewart, and just people like that, beating the odds of stuff, and Axl Rose and people like that who have done serious drugs, who fucked themselves up, but still alive. But they're not gonna live forever. Okay, you look at the Rolling Stones. All guys approaching their 70s, if not in their 70s. I'm pretty sure Charlie Watts is in his 70s. Pretty sure Mick Jagger is at least 70. I'm pretty sure the guys are all, if not late 68, 69. Pretty sure they're in the early 70s. So you can't play forever. You can't play in the Rolling Stones forever. They're gonna have to retire for good forever. You look at Kiss finally retiring. Probably not going to, but you just gotta take things. You can't take things for granted, and I think a lot of people do that nowadays. And I think even myself sometimes get caught up in like the watch and the necklace. I got upset they didn't fit. But look at some people aren't able to do that. They aren't able to afford this stuff. They might have to steal it because they don't have the money. And I was watching this thing on that documentary on YouTube with this English guy. He was going to the death row jail cell units, and why am I forgetting the name of the place? Indiana. And you look at those guys, you're in there 23 hours a day, 7 days a week, only getting an hour a day. And it's so unfortunate because they're death row, not knowing when that date for their last time being alive is going to happen, when they're going to be killed. And they can't buy things on Amazon. They can't watch Netflix or record a podcast with no one listening or watching. They can't go to college or any of this stuff. Yeah, they can learn classes and go to church and stuff, but they can't really do anything else. They're locked up in a cage to play basketball. They can't drive to go meet a friend to go play basketball, or go to the movies, or go to eat. It's unfortunate for them, but they screwed their life up majorly. They fucked their stuff up majorly. They say, oh yeah, I regret it, and I think it's really made me a different person, but it's not, because they come back out and they're still screwed up mentally and physically. But it's so unfortunate for some people that they can't afford this stuff. And people fight about all this stuff, politics and this and that and this. They don't realize how great we got it here. Regardless, if you're over in North Korea, if you're over in China or Africa or South America, Mexico, Russia, Germany, wherever you are, some countries might not have it as great as others, but you still have it. You look at places like in the Polynesia area. They have trash everywhere. Cambodia, Vietnam, Laos, all those places, Thailand. It might seem like a tropical place where you go 10 miles out of the resort where you're staying for sandals, and it's fucked up majorly. You look at Brazil, when they had the Olympics there, everything was trash everywhere, on fire and stuff. It was awful. And, they don't show you that stuff because they don't want to, because then you won't come to their country. And it's so unfortunate, and people don't realize how great we have it here in America. We gotta take it every day as our last, appreciate everything we have. And, I love my grandparents so much. A lot of people don't have their grandparents. They're both dead, or they dead before they were born. One of my good friends, he's got 3 grandparents left. His grandmother, who came from Italy, his grandfather died when he was like a few months old or a few years old. Doesn't really remember him. And his 2 other grandparents. He's got one grandmother that you can watch, one that's got Alzheimer's, who doesn't know who he is. Who doesn't know who my friend is, which is unfortunate because this is his grandson. I'm just really grateful that I have I have 4 grandparents. Yeah, they might fight. I mean, one set fights worse than others, but I have 4 grandparents that are alive, function, can drive, can eat, can talk, can remember who everyone is, who themselves are, can do what they want, not worry about having, to wipe their diapers or change them or whatever it may be. And I think that just stems from, me. I appreciate elderly people, veterans and stuff. Just a lot of kids my age wouldn't give a shit about them. Like, fuck them. Like, I don't care about them. Whereas I just find them so interesting. That's why I want to, create a documentary. Just, not necessarily about Vietnam and the war and stuff and Korea and all that stuff, but more just interviewing them about their life and what's it like for them growing older and up and stuff, and what they feel like now and what the future holds for them and the country. I don't know where they all live, but I'm so interested in it. When I visited my great godfather, I guess you could say, Ed Golden, he's 92, 93. I feel like he's like 94, 95, but I guess he's only in his early 90s, and he has dementia, like really bad. I mean, he's always repeated himself, but it's unfortunate to see how he is now because he's losing his memory. But when I went to go visit him in the place he lives, the facility, all the other people, I enjoyed it so much. I wanted to help. But I already have a summer job. And it's during the day, 8 to 5. And I'm not going to, 9 to 5, 10 to 4, whatever it is, I'm not going to be able to help out, really. Besides one day a week. And that's not going to really make sense. It's not worth it to help one day when I wanted to work more of the time. And if it was, could stay like 8 to 10 or whatever it was, 8 to 8 or whatever it was, that'd be more beneficial because I could go from work and work a few hours a night, work 12 hours a week, 15 hours a week. That wouldn't be too bad because I wouldn't be making a hell of a lot of money. I wouldn't be making every bread like I do at the camp, $11 an hour, but I'd still be making some sort of money and I'd be good. So I have some for the side, save it for other stuff. I could, save the money I make from the summer camp and put it for stuff, but I really enjoy it. I'm just happy, I have all 4 them, or even parents. Some people don't have their parents. Some people have both parents dead, or one parent dead. Some parents have married multiple times, and they have all different sort of siblings or stepchildren, or their parents have been dead for years, or whatnot. It's just people have it. So it's so unfortunate for some people, and some people haven't made it, and they take it for granted. And they complain, why me, why this, that. It's just, I appreciate what I have, and I think, though, sometimes I get upset, and when friends I don't get a response right away from someone, or someone I feel like might be fake or whatever. But it's interesting. This summer, I'm excited for the summer. And hopefully I learn piano, like I said, and create the documentary or 2 and other stuff. I'm really looking forward to this summer and seeing what it has to offer. So, with that being said, I think I'm going to conclude it. Like I always say, I can subscribe this YouTube channel, Shooting the Breeze with the Big Guy, for more future content. I do have to, though, for my social media, I do have to update it because, it's something I have to do because I really want to use it a lot. So, but like I always say, follow my social media on Instagram, big_guy2022. No uppercase letters, no periods, no dots. Just big_guy2022. I'll update that today, hopefully, for more future content. And then Twitter, follow that Twitter. My Twitter, it's at Shooting the Breeze with the Big, obviously, but it's at capital STB _ lowercase w, capital TBG1, standing for Shooting the Breeze with the Big Guy. Had to have a number in there. But no, I'll try to update again too, so we'll see how that goes. But no, like I said, thank you for listening. I mean, I know obviously a lot of people, a few of these videos have no views, but that always happens when you're starting out. But Thank you for people who do listen and like this. Thank you for my 1 subscriber so far. I really appreciate this. I really enjoy doing this because it gets stuff off my chest. It makes me feel better afterwards. So with that, I say thank you and goodbye. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, and good night. Bye-bye. Love you all.